Hi guys, it's Chris with City Your Homestead, and time for another canning video. But again, this one is going to be just for fun. And the people that are around Michigan, they'll know what I'm talking about. People in other states may not. But I'm canning 3 jars of this, and I'm doing one for me and Christopher and Bobby. So, because we all like pickled bologna. So if you remember, I bought the great big thing of bologna. So, the first thing I did is I cut off a section of it. And we're going to cut that paper off that's around it. Plastic, whatever you want to call it. We're going to cut that off. Alrighty. Now what I'm going to do is, I have pickling spice from Walmart. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some in the bottom. And then I'm going to pour some on the top too. But, you know, the thing with pickled bologna or anything like this, you make it for you. Like if you want to add garlic to it, if you like it spicy, you can add the red pepper flakes to it. You could put jalapeno peppers in it if you like it spicy. I'm not the spicy person. I just like the pickled. So, my one son likes spicy. But, you know, he can do as he wants. This has to, now I figured, honestly, and I might have to cut off some more, but I figured, you know, usually I use ring bologna for this. And what I was thinking is, you know, it has that coating around the outside of the ring bologna as well. So it tastes really good, but I would think that doing it this way with using it from there, that it would actually get more pickling because there's nothing holding back the flavor. You know what I mean? From the pickling it. I might want to cut that piece. Oops, it is already. Okay. Because I figured, you know what? That might be really, really good. So what we want to do is just fill our jar with that bologna. I want to break these piece up. There we go. I may have to cut off another piece maybe. Not as big a piece, but to fit 3 jars. And these ones actually, you have to let them cure for 10 days before. And what I do is I normally, every time I go by the refrigerator, I shake them up. And then that way, your spices keep moving around inside of it. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut another small piece, I think. That's alright. I have 3 meals planned with it, so I think I'll have plenty. I may not be able to do the 4th thing that I wanted with it, but who knows, maybe I will. And this way too, because you can cut it differently, you're going to get more in it than you'd get if you did the ring bologna, I think. So let me cut another piece and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now all 3 jars are filled with bologna. And honestly, you guys, if you buy this stuff at the store, for a jar, it is, I think it's up to like 15 bucks. So it's quite a bit. Now you're going to put in a cup of water into each one. A little bit more. Boy, that first one I just put in there right on plan. It was done. Now you're going to take white vinegar. You could use apple vinegar, I guess. But I always use the regular vinegar. And you're going to fill that all the way up to the 1-inch head space. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add quite a bit more of those pickling spice on the top. I really like this brand. I tried a brand from Amazon and ugh, it was gross. I did not like it. It had big chunks of stuff in it. Just not my cup of tea at all. So now, I always put the date on there. I put pickled bologna, and then I put the date on there so that you know it's 10 days after that before you even touch it. And this makes awesome gifts too. So then what I do is kind of just shake it up. Shake each and every one of them up. They say you don't have to refrigerate it. I do refrigerate mine. I just feel weird about leaving meat out in the wilds per se. So there we go. Pickled bologna, and it'll be ready in 10 days. Now, the good thing about this is that if you have more bologna after you use it up, when it's curing, it gets a lot stronger. So what you can do is you could actually cut up more bologna and do a second jar of it. I've never tried a third jar, but I know you can get a second jar from it. So that one jar of stuff is going to last you for 2 if you want to do it that way. And I think it looks nicer, the smaller pieces. What do you think? Then I'm going to just shake them up in the refrigerator. And it's going to be, this one actually, I'm going to add a little bit more vinegar too. Because after I shook it up, see it came way down. So let's add just a little bit more vinegar to that one. Now the worst thing about this bologna is you have to wait 10 days. Yeah, that's the worst thing about it. It is. The 10 days, especially when you go by there and you're like, I want to open it. I want to open it. And you can't because, well, you can, but it's just not going to be pickled yet. So, like all good little girls and boys, we have to wait. It's almost like Christmas itself. All right, so there's another one that you can use for yourself. You can make for Christmas. You can use the ring bologna or use the big pieces of bologna. I think the big pieces are going to be better because you can get more in there and you don't have that skin around it. And so I think more pickling will go into it. And if you can run into a deal like I got, grab it up. They had it once before, but I couldn't think of anything I'd use it for. And I actually went on Pinterest and I found a few different things you can use with bologna. So I thought, you know what? We're going to try this. So, there's pickled bologna. You guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing, and I'll see you at supper.